I got really tired of trying to use this.
So in the previous episode, I spent the entire day wasting the day using a bad tape measure. So I did what any reasonable person would do. I went to Lowe's and I bought a steel tape measure, a nice one, and then I marked out what I needed. At least, ow, stop it. I got what I needed. And then I got on the tractor and got busy.
It looks terrible, I know. The reason why is because this was found on the side of the road and I've been trying to use it for years. It's never been accurate. At 10 feet, it's off by an inch or so because the plastic tape stretches. So last night I went to Lowe's and I picked up a proper Klein Tools 100-foot tape measure. This is a steel tape with a nylon coating. This is going to make things so much more accurate. And we're going to actually be able to get done more in a few minutes than I was able to do all day basically yesterday. So I was able to initially get this line here, but I don't even know if it's accurate because I had to use my short tape measure to go 12 feet and then measure for 12 feet to 12 feet. So now I'm going to be able to just run a single tape all the way down and then mark it in 12-inch or 12-foot increments. The next thing is that in my mind, for some reason, I was doing 10-foot sections, but I'm doing 12-foot sections. I think my initial drawings were 10 by 10 squares, and then we realized that that was going to basically hit windows in weird spots. So we went to 12-foot sections, and that's going to put one right between these windows, and then it's going to put one right before the sliding door here, and then put another one on the other side of the sliding door right there where that trash bag is, and then put one's going to go right here. So the mini split's going to have to move, but I want to move that anyway, and then the next one's going to be over here. So we went to 12-foot spacings. And then in my plans, everything changed to 12 by 12, but in my mind, it was still 10 by 10. So 10 feet comes to about here where I'm standing, okay? But 12 feet goes to about here. So I need to move this entire wall back about 2 feet, or at least this cut. So we're pulling up the silt fence, and which has to come up anyway. Actually, you can look right here. So this is my 10-foot section. Right here, I've got this little nail. That's 10 foot, and 12 feet would obviously be 2 feet farther. This post is about 11 and a half. Let's get on the tractor.
Well, I measured it twice and I cut it once. Bought all the parts and I drove them home. Got halfway through and the sun went down, so I left it sitting under a tarp on the ground. 3 weeks later, I'm back at it again with a brand new plan and a different pen. Drawn to scale, then off the rails. 90% never fails. I start what I finish what I start. Well, mostly the start.
So here we go. We've got Knight over here showing us where the line is. It's not perfectly straight, but that's basically what I've got it cut off. Not a huge amount, but it is something. That takes us 16 feet from the edge of the house. That allows for me to have basically a foot or so over here. We'll have 2 feet from the center of the pillar, a foot and a half from the edge of it, because it'll be a 1 foot 12-inch piling here.
90% of the whole, drawn to scale, then off the rails. 90% never fails. I start what I finish what I start. Well, mostly the starting part. ADHDIYer. It'll work it just won't work like they said. I'll get there, I just won't get there when I plan. But I ain't quitting and I ain't calling a pro. I'm an ADHDIYer and I'm building it slow. 90% never fails. ADHDIYer.
All right, well, that was, always does a number on my neck because I'm turning around looking back the whole time. But I think I've actually got a pretty straight and fairly level spot here now. I got almost all the way back to that white line I'd painted, but I think it's going to be just fine. Now I need to go take a meeting for business, and then I'm going to come back over here, and I guess I need to scoop out like a bit of a footing for my first course of bags to go into. So yay. Digging with a shovel is a lot harder than digging with a tractor, but that's what we got to do now. So the wall back cut has been, ouch! The wall has been cut back. I've got a straight-ish line and a level-ish spot to put the bags. Up. Okay. I got a level-ish spot to work with to put the bags. Now, in the next episode, we're going to mark out, using math and the nice new tape measure, exactly where the northern pillars are going to be. And that's going to dictate where the retaining wall is going to go. And of course, we're going to find out that I'm off by an inch, and I cannot for the life of me figure it out, but we'll get there. Join me every Tuesday until I get this porch built. See you on this one right here.
What I start, well, mostly the starting part. ADHDIYer.